Hey, Julian, are you ready to board the money plane?
I am. Yay.
That sounded so real.
Wasn't rehearsed. First try.
Alright, but first, for the benefit of those with screen cap technology, Julian and I will be doing a 5-second pose of us boarding the money plane. If we can't board the money plane, we can at least board the Jericopter.
That's my favorite kind of transportation, yes.
I believe that was the code breaker. I just call it the Jericopter.
And for some reason that broke me, because I remember you said that a long time ago.
Yeah, it's when we're at a MagFest.
Well, she brought WrestleMania 25 DVD, I believe. And out of nowhere, you said, "Oh no, the Jericopter," and I died.
Yeah.
Because I just imagined him doing the code breaker, but going up.
Because he started doing that move around when I wasn't really watching and I didn't remember the name of it, so I just nicknamed it in my head the Jericopter. So that's what I just keep calling it.
Just better. I hope it will get a move now called the Jericopter.
AEW would light on fire if he did the Jericopter.
Trending every day.
So, we watched Money Plane, Edge's tour de force.
Thank God that movie is only an hour and 20 minutes long. That's a sign of quality already. It featured like a good cast. Well, good cast?
Yeah, it has a higher tier cast than you'd expect for a movie like this.
It's so weird to have like well-known actor in a movie like that.
You're dead. Your families are all dead. You, your crew, and everyone you ever met.
Dead by the time you touch down!
It's kind of weird because Denise Richards plays Edge's wife, and she doesn't do anything in this movie. She's just like, oh, I'm just the wife waiting at home for him to do his little money planing.
Yeah, she appeared at the really beginning of the movie and at the end.
We'll pick this up later.
Yeah, we will.
You got Kelsey Grammer from Frasier, I believe.
Oh yeah, he's one of the high points of this movie. It's much like Daniel Bernard in Ultimate Champion.
I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. I am Darius Grouch III, the Rumble, and I am taking down the money plane!
Bravo! Bravo! What a splendid display.
Or Supreme Champion. Ultimate Warrior, Supreme Champion, whatever you want to call that movie.
And the ultimate warrior who will survive.
Bloodsport, whatever. Daniel Bernard was acting his heart out. Kelsey Grammer is it's not about how he acts, it's his character. What's his name again?
I am Darius Grouch III.
Darius Emmanuel Grouch.
Yeah, Grouch. Like, I couldn't get over that. I was like, his name is Grouch? Grouch. Like, I was imagining Edge, like, walking onto Sesame Street, and then Kelsey Grammer pops up from a garbage can. Like, I'm the Grouch!
The third, the Rumble. Well, I mean, with a name like that, you can only be a bad guy. You know, you don't have a lot of perspective in your life. You can't work at Walmart being called Grouch. It's kind of weird.
Hey, Edge, I saw that live sex scene you did. Stupid, horny Edge. That's a line from Frasier.
Oh, all right.
Dear Roz, dear silly Roz, dear silly horny Roz.
I don't think we had Frasier or Sesame Street.
Oi, Sesame, get the hula, got that sweet Harlan, separate the
What's that? Fake Elmo?
It's Shelmo.
Those references are kind of lost on me.
You didn't have French Sesame Street?
No, La Rue Sésame, no, we don't have that. Well, when I was younger, we didn't have that.
Sesame cul-de-sac?
What's the French for cul-de-sac? the most surprising was Thomas Jane, the Edge buddy.
Yeah, Punisher. The Punisher.
The Punisher, yeah, he was also in a very good movie called The Mist, you know, the adaptation from a Stephen King book. And I was like, don't you have better things to do than that? And he kind of half-ass all the movie. You know, he play all his scenes in the same house, just like Kelsey Grammer, actually. You know what? No, I'm saying something stupid, because all the scenes of Darius Grouch are in the same house, except one. There's a flashback of the Rumble sitting in a chair smoking a cigar. It's like a half-closed cigar shop, because if you look properly, there's display on the side of lighters, all that stuff that cut the edge of the cigar. Apparently Grouch is a very rich and wealthy man. Why is he spending time in a second zone cigar shop?
Yeah.
Can't you film him smoking a cigar in the house?
They only had one day of shooting with that house, and then they were kicked out.
There you go. I thought, hey, maybe it's a rental house, so they can't smoke in there. And also at the end of the movie, he goes to flip a table, but he doesn't. You know, he kind of go, halfway, and I'm like, that's not your table. You can do that.
You can tell they weren't really allowed to mess anything up in there, because, like, the very end of the movie, it, like, sets up this big battle, death is gonna happen, and then it's just, cut.
You got like 4 guys coming to his house. You never see them entering the house.
It's just Kelsey Grammer chews the scenery a bit by himself, trying to carry this thing while nothing's really happening on screen.
Sometimes you can feel he improvised.
I told you, shut him up, not shoot him. You fucked up my terracotta.
Oh no, that means he's going to have to go to Home Depot and order new terracotta to fix it. And then he goes there and they're like, hey, sir, do you have a membership card? And it's like, yes, look for Darius Emmanuel Grouch III. It's like, we can't find you, sir. Try the Rumble. Oh, there you go, Mr. Rumble.
Oh, Rumble Grouch is what we had under. They should have had Kelsey Grammer enter the Rumble to really sell this character. He could have done as well as Drew Carey in the Royal Rumble. He could have been a Hall of Famer like Drew Carey.
That's good. Do you want to go over the pitch of the movie?
The movie does this pretty much itself. After there's this little failed heist with Edge and his crew of a painting that they're trying to get for Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer's like, let me tell you our relationship, Edge. You were this great gambler, and then you sucked, and you owed people a bunch of money, and then I bought your contract, so I own you.
Toss up a coin. One side, you make enough money to retire. On the other side, you lose. You owed a lot of money to some very bad people, so I bought your debt. I own you.
He has to know this already. Like, they're already working together.
All the sets, the movie sets are amazing. The art museum is a desk, a screen, and off screen, because all the screen in this movie are off. So you can see the head of security of the museum with fake walls.
Edge comes up with his phony pass to get in, and it doesn't scan right, and the guy's on the computer supposedly changing the credentials of the card to get him in. But, like, for some reason, the security guy's like, oh, I just have to scan it 5 times till it works. I guess this is normal. No. No. Yes. Oh, okay, go on in. And Edge, like, has no chill, like, in any of this movie, even though he's trying to infiltrate all these things. He's always like, please, I'm supposed to be here, I promise. Tear.
I've had my eye on you.
You're acting way too much compared to 8, because in this movie he barely acts.
But he's got, like, these teary eyes. Like, he looks like he's about ready to cry for some reason a bunch of times. I don't know why.
I think he got a blank expression.
Yeah, he's got kind of blank, but his eyes, he looks like he's ready to weep for no reason. Like, he's like, he sits down to fly the plane. Like, it's kind of blank, but his eyes are like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna die. Like, I'm so sad. When he infiltrates the money plane too, and he's like, I shouldn't be here, but I'm this guy, I promise.
Mr. Monroe, and this is my associate, Mr. McGillicuddy.
Well, I guess he must be legit, guys. Let's let him on our secret illegal plane.
He's supposed to be the leader of the team, doing that heist in the money plane, but all the time he looks panicked, and most of the time he blew up his cover like in 2 seconds.
Darius Grouch bought his debt and that's why he owns Edge and his crew. And like they're supposed to be getting this painting from him at the beginning, which they fail at. And then Darius Grouch tells him, like, well, you know what you're going to do for me instead? You're going to rob the money plane. And like, the money plane?
That super illegal plane where you can gamble on anything you want.
Or do you want to bet on a dude fucking an alligator? Money plane.
Makes no sense to me, but whatever.
Over international waters, so no one can touch them. I mean, except for when they land at all the airports and are boarding everyone, but I guess no one bothers to track the ultra-illegal plane.
There's some stock footage from the super secret airport, but it's clearly a public airport with a million hubs.
They're boarding, you know, like a United flight right beside them, like United ultra-illegal money plane boarding. If you are looking for the gambling, you should not be doing enter this plane.
When you see the blueprints of the plane, it looks huge, like a double, triple decker. But when they get inside, they can barely fit in it. Like, they're going...
It's very rinky-dink for this supposed $1 billion illegal operation plane.
It's actually a funny scene, but the cockpit is so small. When they have they make a joke about it. They're like fighting like this because it's so crowded.
I wish Edge like speared the pilot like through the cockpit.
Yeah, and then he goes back into the plane, you know, from his spear. And then for no reason he started posing in the plane like
yeah. He needed Christian on his crew. Like I assume Christian was like on the wing of the plane and Edge keeps looking out and sees Christian on the wing of the plane. There's a Christian on the edge of the plane.
It's so weird because Jack, Edge, is supposed to be the protagonist, but he barely do anything and he always look like, well, like you say, he got only one expression.
He should have confidence. He has no chill.
Yeah, no, he has no chill. He entered the cockpit 40 minutes in the movie.
Yeah, and that's where he stays for the majority of it.
He goes out of the cockpit 30 minutes later.
He gambles once at poker, and then he's like, well, I gotta be leaving now.
Our winner is J.R. Crockett.
I'd like to retire to a room, please.
Time for me to be hitting the old dusty trail. I know I like paid whatever money supposedly to get on this big money plane, but I'm bored.
Yeah, and then he tried to act drunk in the background.
There's some bad ADR at one point. I think it was his buddy Trey. You just see some people like, have a shot!
Oh. Hi. I'm looking for you.
No, thank you. What's all the commotion?
Take a shot. Have a shot. Shot.
Come on, have a drink. Trey, I need you to go undercover. You're going to be my right-hand man on the plane.
Copy that.
It's McGillicuddy.
Mr. Monroe, and this is my associate, Mr. McGillicuddy.
But I immediately thought of Curtis Axel, you know, from the genesis of McGillicuddy.
I'm Philip Monroe.
I know who you are. Kingpin of the largest human trafficking ring on 3 continents.
In about 2 seconds, Edge blew off his cover, like immediately.
Is this gonna be a thing between you two?
Is it really necessary?
More than 50% of your victims are sexually exploited, and you got a problem with hitting on a waitress?
Well, you know, I just have higher standards on a money plane. Oh.
That makes no sense.
Edge is supposed to be some guy, like, that no one's really seen his face to, so it's weird that they just, like, accept immediately, like, hey, yeah, I'm this guy no one's ever seen before. Like, okay, cool. And, like, he doesn't act chill about it. He's like, I promise I'm really this guy. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because the Russian guy is like, I met you once.
We met once. Digitally.
But his expression doesn't change, like, oh, fuck, I'm busted. And then, like, digitally, he's like, oh, fuck, I'm not busted.
I am going to take on the persona of Mr. Philip Monroe.
Well, what happened to the real Monroe?
It seems Isabella had a run-in with Mr. Monroe last June in Moscow.
How? How was she sure it was him? Nobody ever saw him, you know?
We don't even know the context of this. It's just like, yeah, our buddy Isabella, who's like part of the crew, she murdered him once. Supposedly she's a good guy, but she seems just like the super murderous person. It's like, we're supposed to cheer these band of murderers?
Yeah, because they give the money at the end to the UNICEF for no reason.
We thought it'd be better served if we dispersed that digitally to charities around the world.
They murder for a good cause. does.
Edge is talking to his daughter, and she's like, so it's okay to steal if you steal to bad people? It's like, yes. But I love that. Isabella killed the guy without me being sure it was the guy.
She definitely killed the right one. We know that the real guy's dead, even though no one supposedly knows what he looks like, except her, because she killed him.
Screenplay and story about Andrew Lawrence, which play Iggy. The guy is that stay on the ground. And he got his two brothers in the movie. It's Joey Lawrence, who play the concierge, because he can't say it properly.
I am your concierge.
That's the best take. There you go. And you got the third brother, which is one of the best characters of the movie, and I'm not even saying that jokingly. It's Matthew Lawrence, it's the cowboy, you know, with a fake mustache.
That is a man who's ready to die. I can't be beat! Give me the fucking gun! I can't lose!
So amazing, I love him.
Everything on the money plane makes no sense. Supposedly, this is a bunch of rich, super elite criminals. At one point, one of the guys, the one in charge, apparently sees someone cheating and he just unceremoniously shoots him.
May I remind everyone of our zero-tolerance cheating policy?
What is the, draw for these super elite criminals to want to come on this plane, but, yeah, we'll shoot you if we see you cheating at cards? Why would they want to come on this? Half of this heist is apparently about cryptocurrency.
Word is they have over $1 billion in crypto on board.
Which does not make a lot of sense for a heist on a plane. It's so they're carrying around the crypto servers on the plane for some reason? Okay.
1 billion in cryptocurrency on that hard drive.
How much of it was an NFT?
That's 1 JPEG. Look at my monkey, 1 billion. There you go.
Yeah, we need all those monkey pictures. Please download them quick.
I don't want to sound like an idiot, but I know nothing about cryptocurrency, but I'm pretty sure you have to be connected to the internet.
Yeah, according to Moneyplane, all you have to do is plug your phone into the crypto servers and just download it all and steal it that way.
And it's one server inside the plane.
It's a server that's apparently electrified too.
In the server room, which is super tiny. At one time there's a fight and McGillicuddy get pushed inside one of those things. It doesn't die. And there's a music CD popping out of the tray.
They were burning some crypto to a CD.
On a CD, yeah.
Look at this. You know how much money's on the CD?
I got 2 tracks and 5 million in crypto on that CD. So chill out, man.
I love too when McGillicuddy is downloading the crypto with his phone. One of the other guys walks in this super tiny server room and he doesn't notice him until he announces himself. He's right beside him. There's no way you wouldn't notice.
And they fucking stupid because they get inside the cockpit and he's like, oh shit, there's a second pilot.
Fucking co-pilot.
He didn't expect a co-pilot. He starts having a big match with the co-pilot. So it's the following contest is scheduled for 1 crash. This guy just doesn't stay down too. What he needed was a concerto.
Or a Jericopter, to get out of the plane.
Just Jericho sticks his face up in the cockpit window. Jericopter.
But I think the movie overall is a bit dull at times, but there's a few scenes that are just fantastic. For me, it's the cowboy. All the scenes with the cowboy, even McGillicuddy is funny.
Okay, after 1 round of normal poker, the next thing is Russian roulette.
You got balls of steel, amigo.
What's with the red tablecloth?
Easier to clean up. The game is roulette, the Russian variety.
They keep doing this to Trey/McGillicuddy. They don't tell him really what they're playing. They're like, all right, next game. And he's like, oh, okay, what is it? It's Russian roulette.
Gets in a lot of trouble because after the Russian roulette, it's you have to pick a side. It's I don't know, 17 minutes, but he doesn't know what he's gambling on.
The event is about to start.
Mr. McGillicuddy,
What would you like to wager?
I'll take the blue corner.
You're a witty young man. It's a timed event.
17?
Clearly this guy doesn't know what you're talking about, but this gives them no clues at all that this guy doesn't know what they're talking about. That's when they start showing these video feeds, which is on Moneyplane TV, because they have a little logo in the corner of these stupid things, which they have Like, people set up dying for no reason, just so idiots can be like, oh, no, 17 minutes, I guess. Let's see how long he lives against a snake.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these Monday to Friday snakes on this monkey fighting plane!
The snakes that we barely see, you just see the guy going, oh my god, and then he dies.
The second one, did you understand what they were betting on? It's two guys having a drink in a kitchen. Like, then he chops one of the guy's hands off, and they're like, oh, McGillicuddy won that bet. I'm like, what did you bet on?
What do you win? The arm? The severed arm?
Everyone, give him a hand! Get it!
There's also technical problems.
Oh yeah, there's one point where the audio, like, is doubled.
And you're in luck once again. The next event is about to begin.
One of my favorite scenes after the cowboy. Again, hats off to Matthew Lawrence, you were amazing. It's a scene with his brother and director, Andrew, when everybody is trying to kill him in the Blue Night, the day Blue Night, and you got those 5 guys coming to get him. Just throw grenades, and he's done. You know, no, they all die. And you got Thomas Jane with a supercopter, which is actually a drone.
The Jericopter.
Yeah. That's it. That's the Jericopter.
Just have Jericho's head on the drone. It's the Jericopter!
That's so weird. It's just a regular gun taped to a toy.
Oh, I wanted to mention too, like, before they go on the money plane, like, Edge is talking to his best friend, the Punisher, and he's like, hey, you should come with us. And he's like, I don't want to be in the movie that much.
I'd love to get back in the cockpit again and fly around the world. Well, here's your chance. Another life.
I'll just, like, do some scenes at home. You're like, oh, okay.
I'm way too expensive. I'm just gonna sit here.
I'll play with the drone and shoot some people in the kitchen, but other than that, you know, maybe play some video games with your daughter, but I'm good.
Yeah, and have loud conversation about what we did illegally in front of her.
What's that, Edge? Did you spear someone in half up on the plane? Gore everywhere?
You killed a guy you didn't know at all to take his identity? Cool!
Oh, but you did it for charity? Wow, what a great cause. You're a good father.
Amazing. Don't touch my fucking M&Ms.
Hey, you gotta take a break, kid. Don't eat all my M&Ms.
And then you get this amazing scene where you see like this 6 feet wide rubble, and they both shooting like they're that close and like. And then Andrew Lawrence punch his way through the rubbles. Impossible. Like, it's Dalsim from Street Fighter. He goes.
Perfect.
Oh, sure, yeah, makes sense.
A Jericopter and a Dalsim arm, yeah?
It's all those bananas.
Yoga fire. Perfect.
Edge, how's the money plane going? That's really good. I'm at the cockpit. Still? Aren't you gonna do anything else?
Don't call me Jack. Don't call me Jack, or else people are going to know it's me.
So we'll need some cool code names, right?
You know what? You'll be Edge, and call me Vince. That would have been better.
That would have been amazing. I love there's one point where Isabella's sneaking around and apparently like the one security guy of this entire big Operation Money Plane sees her and she goes, Edge, hey, block all communications.
What are you doing in here?
Block all communications.
What?
Do it.
Like she says this right in front of the security guy and he's like, huh? Then she starts flirting with him and he thinks that's normal after she said on the radio to block communications. Edge to block communications, he just hits the CD, like the NFT CD. He puts it in and he's like, yeah, listen to some sweet NFTs. You will never know me. You are lost and scared.
I just love the guard there because actually, yeah, you're right. She says, block the communication. He's like, me?
Block all communications.
I guess it's okay. She said block communications. Now she's flirting with me. Seems legit.
Yeah, it's a normal reaction. 1 billion cryptocurrency. I don't know if you can just move it around like that. And they send it to charity immediately. And of course, UNICEF is like, oh, magic money. We take it. We do not verify where it comes from.
Are all those charities even set up to receive crypto or anything like that? Switch this to real money, and that's going to get the crypto people mad.
We'd be giving the money back to those who suffered at the hands of these bastards.
UNICEF, Polaris, refugees of Syria.
They find out the Grouch set them up because apparently the painting they were supposed to steal at the beginning was his. So he was just doing this, I don't know, to make them fail at that and then have to rob a money plane? That was where this was going? I don't know.
Now, Bond Global is owned by Rumble Corp. Why would he have you steal the painting he already owns?
And to be completely honest, sir, I have no brother. It was me. I ate sheep shit.
Darius did it again. He set us up.
Solution?
Translation?
Actually, I had a lot of fun. That movie was fun to watch. I don't know if the intention was to know it was ridiculous at some points or not, but some scenes felt genuinely funny and to be funny, you know?
I would hope so. They pull the old I tape recorded you as you're saying something because Kelsey Grammer says like he's the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
He's Mike Tyson and he's gonna take down the money plane. And Edge plays that over the plane speakers so the money plane people are like, let's get him. And that's when they send like the three guys in this like very sensible little van over to Kelsey Grammer's.
Everybody in that movie got a short fuse. The PR system is not even done, that the booker is already on the phone saying, kill that motherfucker. Like, are you sure it's him?
All they have is like some random voice clip that they have no context for of him saying, I'm gonna take down the money plane. Well, I guess that's him, alright, go get him.
They have no proof, nothing.
He's some other big, rich, like criminal guy who you think there'd be repercussions of us just trying to take him down, but I guess not. Kelsey Grammer is gearing up like he's at the end of Scarface or something, but it's just him doing a one-man show. Like, oh!
Yeah, it really channeled Scarface, but the thing is, he's a really rich guy, but he got one bodyguard and he kills him. He's like, boss, I'm going to leave now. No,
I'm gonna like explore other opportunities. He's like, good luck on your future endeavors.
Rumble this.
And then Denise Richards like, how did we get all these ill-gotten gains? Don't ask.
Play with the dog.
On this day, I see clearly.
It's a good ending. That makes no sense because apparently he has the money and he's a criminal, but he got his wife that never asked question. He got a daughter. He got a lovely house.
He's got the Punisher. He's like making spaghetti, and then he dispatches a few people. And he's like, oh good, the noodles aren't even overcooked after he shot the guys. He just eats his spaghetti, uses the dead guys as a footrest.
I forgot about that. He's so good. He's so chill. He's piloting a drone with a gun.
Never forget, it's the Jericopter.
Jericopter.
Edge opened the door, got us in there with his 5-second cry pose, but it's really like, you know, all about Kelsey Grammer being Oscar the Grouch and the Jericopter and the Punisher. I love how they exit the plane too. Like, it's a complete black void when they jump off the plane.
So everybody dies actually, because if you open a door in flight, I guess the pressure takes the plane down and it probably crashed, right?
Yeah, you would think the money plane wouldn't have done that well. There's no real pilot anymore.
Yeah, right. Maybe Chris Jericho helped it go up. You see the Jericopter plugging and going.
He Jericopters the plane. Now the biggest bet, how long will it take this woman to pick up all her groceries?
And so she done picking on grocery and someone kills her, you know, for no reason. because we're criminals.
Yeah. There had to be a twist. Did that even help the bet or get us any more money? No.